This is day 153 of the Arukh HaShulchan OC. If you would like to sponsor an upcoming shir of the Arukh HaShulchan OC, it'd be very much appreciated. Please contact me directly. We are doing Siman Kuf Tes, Sif Yud Beis to Siman Kuf Yud Sif Vav tonight. And we were talking yesterday about saying Shmoneh Mila b'Mila with the Shliach Tzibor, and when it comes late, etc. And I wanted to let you know that this morning this happened to me. I done Mila b'Shliach Tzibor. And based on the Arukh HaShulchan that we learned yesterday, this morning I actually said Birkas Kohanim together with the Shliach Tzibor, because that's one of the things I learned yesterday. Now, I want to put this in now. There's a big machlokus by Mincha, which Arukh HaShulchan I think is going to get to by Mincha. About whether we do Hechek Kedusha, whether the Tzibor is supposed to do it together with the Shliach Tzibor, or they're supposed to wait till after Kedusha and then start. And I believe it's Machlekes Mishnah Berurah and Arukh HaShulchan, which I said I hope we'll get to. But in any event, there is the Ovid and Kamar, Ovid, both are possible, both are legitimate options. Yud Beis, B'dash Yidin Tesh Rama Kosvu to Rosh Hashanah receive Beis, Eshkasu B'Lashon Acher Ayin Sham, Kosv Zar Ben Ramah V'Zel Shono. The language of the two Rosh Hashanah is different than the Rambam, and the Ramah writes about this. Avachil Lo Yirchil Arukh HaShulchan Kedusha LaKel Kodesh. You shouldn't begin Shema say that until after you say Kedusha and Kel Kodesh. Elshim Hutzach La'aschim B'Yikoch Shosho Beres. But if you have to start because the time is passing, or they smoke gula tefillah, or in order to juxtapose Yisrael to Shmoneh Esrei Din Hachid, this is the din Akal Shano. Udvar Tmuim. This is astonishing because the Ramah makes it sound like davening Milo b'Milo Shliach Tzibor is a b'di'evin. That's not true. No, Sharia Rambam Kosav Chatchila so skin. Rambam says you use the Chatchila and Kosav Asmag. Some people say that perhaps that's what the Tur meant. The priest says this. Arukh HaShulchan rejects this as well. Rambam. How could he mention the Rambam Shita? Rambam had a different Shita. But Lomalei second, besides that, what's the problem? Hooray, Omer Kedusha Mashat. You're saying Kedusha Tzibor shouldn't be a problem. But B'Sheli Rabbi he says here in the brackets. Mishnah Berurah brings on the Rabbah. Brings on from some poskim that even Chatchila it's mutter to do Mila b'Mila shots. Chayodam says, I think I read this yesterday by mistake. Yeah, I should have read yesterday, hey, in the footnotes here instead of Vav. So let me read hey here. Yiborim says that it's better to daven Mila b'Mila in order to bow down and fulfill that meaning by having the Tzibor answer Amen to your brachas, than to daven quickly and try and reach Modim before the Shliach Tzibor. And on this, the Mishnah Berurah says that the Eli Rabbah says that even Chatchila you're allowed to start Shliach Tzibor Shaveh B'Shaveh. The Chayram says at least in Shachris that it's okay, and even Mincha you can be Meko when it's at least Tzor Ktsas. And so basically, Mishnah Berurah is not as enthusiastic as the Arukh HaShulchan, but he's okay with it. So back to Arukh HaShulchan. Uvara Etzish is the toast Nofakan. It's clearly says Arukh HaShulchan is a mistake. Shulchan Hanipas Emilio Rabba Kasava Gazu B'Sif Aleph. And one Shulchan says in this Hagah B'Sif Aleph Mishum Misham Ein Zeh Shaychus. And there, since it's not relevant there at all, Kasav Shishaychus Sheep Base. Okay, Kasav Ber Hativ. Ushari Tshuva. I think it's not going to see base. I think it's going to see B'Gimel Kayim. Mash Kasav Mechaber L'Kshem B'Tfil about Tzibor Omrim Keser. And when the Yirmel Shmoneh Esrei and the Tzibor says Kedusha, Yishtok lo yanei moim, we should be sorry not answer them. As Kosav L'Chatchila lo Yirchil Arukh Kedusha, and that the Ramah wrote the Chatchila shouldn't have begun your Shmoneh Esrei until after Kedusha, unless of course you started together with them. So the Arukh HaShulchan takes the Ramah, cuts it from Beis, and puts it in Gimel. Eliyahu Rabbah could have cut it from Aleph, put it in Beis. The Arukh HaShulchan took it from Beis and put it in Gimel. Okay, he brings down a footnote here. This says, "Asi shapi divrei Magen Avraham." So confess, because it's like lishtok, lishma and sham. The tema mer mashas is Magen Avraham. And this Ramah speaks about being quiet and listening to Shliach Tzibor, but that's not the halach at all because you're saying together with the shots. About Sif Gimel, Asi shapi on Sif Gimel works out well. I'm prima gadi of tmuyim v'tchukim v'tuk. Yud Gimel. Yochid Omed B'Tfilah K'Shegil Makom Kedusha, an individual standing in davening, and reaches when he cuts the place of Kedusha after Mechayim Esim. He's ahead or behind the tzibor, and then saying the kedusha either in Birchos Krishma and the kedusha in Volatzion. Lo Yamari shouldn't say with them. They ain't kedusha Shabbos. It's not the same type of kedusha, even though it's the same words. It's not the same chefza as the kedusha of Shemon Esrei. Because Rabbeinu Beis says, if you're saying Shachar Shemon Esrei, you get the Mechayim Esim when they're about to say Musaf Kedusha, right? Kesser, of course, in this the Sfar Kedusha. Ain't no man Kedusha, don't say Kedusha with them. El Yishta B'Chaim Masha'orin the Shemek on. You should be quiet and listen. Of course, you should have started K'mosh Kosam Siva Kalim. Rabbeinu Ramah Kosav L'Yachi Yochal and Osi Mahem. The Ramah argues, and he holds that you can answer the Kedusha Musaf even though you're diving Chakras. The same Kedusha Sashmona Esei Kedushas and Shaveh. Because they're both Kedushas Monesi, and therefore their Kedushas are equivalent. And that seems to be the primary halacha. In other words, Ramah says that's primary halacha, and then the Arukh HaShulchan adds, that is the prevalent minhag among in general. Okay, Kufiu din tefillah sabinenu tefillah sederach v'poalim. The short and Shemon Esrei, and tefillah when you're traveling, and tefillah for workers. Av shalachim in Mishnah. The Chachamim says stated in the Mishnah. Every day a person davens Shemon Esrei. Rabbi Yeshua Omer mein Shemon Esrei. You know, he davens something akin to Shemon Esrei. Kiva Omer im shkut tefillah if he knows how to daven. He's Palish Shmones, davens 18 brachos. You have not main Shmones, davens the synopsis, the kin to Shmones. Rabbi Akiva, it's like Rabbi Akiva. Varish Gemara says, Mao Me'en Yudches. What is this? The synopsis of the 18 brachos? Zel Tfilas Aminenu. This is the Tfilah Aminenu. Shomer Shalosh Rishon Shalosh Achoros. You say the first 3 brachos, last 3 brachos. Amnam Brachos Em Tzoyos. The middle brachos Kolam Bracha Achas. You conclude them all one bracha. Benuscha zu, in the following format. I'm not going to translate it. We will see that it has all 18 brachas included in it. All the middle brachas included in it. Havinenu Hashem Elokeinu ladas d'rachecha. I'll translate. Give us understanding, God, to know your ways. Umosav avenu yosecha, and circumcise hearts to your fear. Dislach lanu yos gulim, and forgive us to be redeemed. Distance us from our maladies. Give us pleasure in the pleasant place in your land. And our scattered ones from the 4 corners you should gather. To those who deviate from your intent should be judged. And cast your hand against the wicked people. And the tzaddik will rejoice in the rebuilding of the city, and the fixing of your Beis Hamikdash, and the raising of the horn for David your servant, and sending the candle for Ben Yishai, you are Moshiach. Before we call you, you should answer, so everything is included in Avinenu. Base. Despite Rabbi Akiva's statement, Abai was opposed. Because of Smagwa, he's upset about somebody who does this all the time, even if he's not compelled to do so. The Rif writes, these words I need to say if it's a Shas Adchak, a difficult situation. If it's not a Shas Adchak, don't say Avinenu Akal Lashono. Zelshon Ramam Reish Perek Beis. Kuchol Tfilah Shebachol Yom Mispal Adam Chasei Brachos Eilu Ala Seder. Every day a person davens these 19 brachos in order. When it's true, when he is capable to focus, and his tongue can speed in the reading. But if he's distracted or oppressed, or he doesn't have the language to daven at the moment, you should daven 3 first brachos, one brachos which includes all the middle brachos, the 3 last brachos. This fulfills the obligation. This bracha that they fixed is called Abi Neinu B'Chulei HaKashoro. U'Dvar Kointe Mashamar Rabbi Kiva Shgura B'Chulei in Blavis B'Mein Shmoneh. That which Rabbi Kiva said, if your tefillah is easy in your mouth. I don't remember how it's translated Shgura a few minutes ago, but whatever I translated there. Chuleim Blavis B'Mein Shmoneh. Now you have in the synopsis. Hachlav Lachlav Yichapei Rusho. This is not the same thing as what seems to be the Pashup shot. Or maybe that it's not conversant in his mouth, yet another translation, is because he has difficulty talking, or because of distraction and oppression. But it's only a type of difficulty. What's during traveling, etc. When he comes back to his house, ain't so close to his pamacheres. You have to down a second time. But if it's not in a time of difficulty, ain't lomar, so you don't say Minei Rakal Shano. It doesn't mention that his tongue is not capable of davening. Even though that's the primary interpretation of the Mishnah, ain't shkur tefillah of feet. Nearly. It seems to me, says Arukh HaShulchan, that Ina Shanuska Yesh B'Chosim now that Shema says printed all this is learned. Lo Shechel Mashkot Shalom Mispal. You can't say their language is too short for daven. Because Manashash Mispalim About Peh, time Shas when they have daven out loud. Shayach Lomar Shem Shkur. You can say it's not conversant in its mouth. The Lobos not say she's found B'Sidurim, not nowadays daven a sitter. Kana Beina B'Yisrael L'Iskir Zayin Sham. He doesn't mention this all. As Shkasa B'Lash and Achi writes it differently. B'Zel Shono B'Sif Aleph. In time of difficulty, when he's traveling, or it's the standing place where he's distracted. He's afraid she has to go to interrupt him, or he can't down with the proper intent. Aruka, the long davening, is the short davening. I would say standing up. That which he said that he's afraid people will interrupt. That's going on the road. That passers-by will interrupt him. Maybe you can't have the kavana. Kai ba'omed b'mokom she'utar. It's when you're standing in a place where you're distracted. Okay, so hafsaka is by traveling. Kavana is when you're distracted. That you have to say standing. Even though we learned that way back when. Nisbar, somebody who's walking, travels out down when he's walking. So why down full shmoneh, we gave you, we'll let you say why you're walking. She'aruka, because it's long. Yellow bill, we stand still, you're going to confuse. So you can still daven while you're traveling. He wants to daven, which is short, he has to specifically daven standing up. You can't daven Motzei Shabbos Yom Tov. They should tzorich lamar Avdol b'Chayin Das, because they have to say Avdol in the bracha of Chayin Das. Also, it doesn't work during the winter at all, and they should tzorich lamar V'Tzein Tal Motor. Right, we've just eliminated more than half the year. Well, Tzein Tal Motor is more than half the year for the Eretz Yisrael. Even though we could slip a marine, it's a having, of course, truly we're afraid you're going to get distracted and forget them. Klomar, meaning since it's an occasional davening. If sometimes you're going to make them change even it, Havinenu, then you're going to be told, Yitbabel is going to get totally confused. Visa Bagara says, get distracted or getting too anxious works by is true about Tal Motor, because that's the middle Avinenu. Have Avdallah, but Avdallah he can put in Blaze Babel. Don't get mixed up. They should be Tchila also, and because it's the beginning, so why not? The Shara Gemara Kusha Lama Leichos. The Gemara remains with the question. Ein Sham. Kasar Hashem Agon the Chol Echad Lama Shas Tiyufta. Anytime the Shas does not say Tiyufta, Lo Nitcha Hadin. Halacha is not pushed aside. The Chein Halacha, and that is the Halacha not to say Avinenu in the winters. In the brackets, he says, there it says, There you go, give answers. On your side, he low kasha cloud. Arukh HaShulchan says not difficult. About it, the Shmuel Amar Cain. So the Gamazay is Asi L'Trudei. Shmuel's even out for Atoch and Antoni going to get mixed up. Achashaz Rabbi Bey Shama Yemosak Shamim. But Rabbi who said you can't say the winter, but he didn't mention Motzei Shabbos. He holds. By Abdullah, you're not going to get confused. Shmuel holds that you are going to get confused. But they don't know Sheish Machlekes Misfar the Trude. There's a Machlekes about the logic of distracted. Ayin Sham. Sham says you can't include Saint Talmud. Can't los relates for the truth of Gam Talmud. So Sham doesn't know the issue of distraction, even by Talmud. They tell me Gam Shuva Bibi Chogim Abdullah V'Alacha Kishmua. And if they argue about Abdullah, it's if the Sham knows there's no tear in the same Saint Talmud bracha. So certainly we can pass him like Shmuel that at least there's no tear in Atoch and Antonu. When you finish the last three brachas, one has to go into Shalmi. You might say Kishma, Baruch Hashem, Kishma, Kol Tach Lunai, Hayin Sham. Should say kind of like a signature. Baruch Hashem, bless his God, Kishma, Kol Lunai. Listen to the voice of my supplication. Hey, V'dashi Yesh Misham, you know those. There's one who says when time is passing. This man is passing. From this it seems it's really that if you started davening before this man of the tefillah ends, it goes until after the time the tefillah ends. It does not call davening proper time. There's obviously talk about starting before the time passes, just being saying the Hamin in order to finish before the time passes. Okay, might have Kamina. Otherwise, it would be no difference. This is there. Therefore, he holds you to say Havinenu. Yisayim talks about finishing in this man. But the other 18 brachos, he would be finished too late. Famous Raya, I thought it was the Gra, says the same thing. That Taisus and Brachas asked is how was Bilam able to destroy the Jewish people by saying something when God was angry. It was a split second that God get angry. And one has two answers. One is they would say Kalaim, which is one word which you say very quickly, and the other was, and Taisus was that once you start, which is at the right time, you can continue. And it still counts. So that's what the Arukh HaShulchan is saying here. Once you start mincha 1 moment before Shkia, you continue on, and it's considered as if it's all after Shkia. If you start at the right time, even though you finish after the Zman, it's still considered to be part of the Zman. Mishnah Bura says about Shachar Shmoneh that it's not true. You have to finish within the first third of the day. He obviously disagrees with Arukh HaShulchan on that. I think Arukh HaShulchan is what the Olam does rely on Lamaisa. When it's not a difficult time, Ishmael the Yotza. The last time it says Yotze, Ishmael lo Yotze. The Rabbi says you're not Yotze. Nearly Ikar Kadei Rishona, Arukh HaShulchan determines like the first opinion that you are Yotze, which just brings down two opinions, doesn't determine. Sheikvar Nizbar, we already explained the light Abai Man Damatse Vinenu. That which Abai cursed people who daven on Vinenu, Zeu Shlo B'Shas Hatchak. That is not Shas Hatchak. It's not Shas Hadak. V'Yisag Shas Hatchak. V'Yisag Hadak Lo Yotza. If you're going to say it wasn't Yotze, Lo Shach Klola B'Zeh, it's not a curse. V'Avalei Lomar Lo Yotze, you should say it wasn't Yotze. Abai died the Yotza. Must be Yotze, El Shalo Sakoiken. But didn't do what was appropriate in the vehicle, that's why he cursed. I never heard, Arukh never heard, and I certainly never heard, but he actually said Avinenu. Time partial, the reason is simple. The Mishnah being Maim Shim B'Chavni Marbe B'Tfilah. Just in their days when they had a lot of Kavana, Tidnu Avinenu for Mim Shul Yichal Chavein. So they may have Avinenu for times when occasionally you couldn't be Mechavein. But today when we don't have that much Kavana anyway, much time the company which like we wrote several times, came Lama Lanu Havinenu. Avinenu is not going to do us any good. But it's interesting, he says here in the brackets. In the army, they don't give you time to daven. that would be a good time, he says, to reinstitute Habinenu.